Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Keep it above the yellow.
And these cars
Hello,
don't
race
pump
fans,
that
and
very
welcome to the Talladega Superspeedway.
competition
We've
lap 20,
got
unless you have
race
the big
number
one
4
earlier,
for the
and then we'll
Wednesday
throw it
Night
early
Dash
then.
Series live from the Talladega Superspeedway. It should be a good one tonight. What do you think, Chad?
Oh, I'm looking forward to this one,
I'll
Kendall.
try to be
This
super
is going to
careful
be
pushing
an
you,
exciting race.
Colton.
Hopefully, everybody can keep it clean, and we have another exciting
Yeah,
finish for
and
3
I
weeks
would
in a
try
row.
to keep an eye
Yeah,
on
it's
my
been a
key
really
bar,
good
especially
season
as
thus
the
far.
first and
Colton
third
Gardner
guys, so
scored the pole
keep
earlier in
no
qualifying.
on that.
The last time
Yep.
we were at Talladega, Eric Blum went to victory lane.
try
He's
not to
going to
agree to
start
this.
on the outside pole. Hunter Hughes is going to roll off third with Brandon Birmingham fourth. Last season's champion, Kaden McAreavy Jr. will round out the top 5 with current points leader Tyler Vickery to his outside. Mark Vickers, always a bridesmaid. He's going to be starting 7th. Alongside him is rookie Brian McKinney. Erik Richardson's going to start 9th with Justin Wexberg 10th. DJ Fluck 11th. And Justin Neves will round out the field in 12th.
Had a little scare like 30, 40 minutes ago where the power switched off.
So,
and the
Kendall,
generator was done.
Do you
I
have a
honestly thought it
favorite
was
for
not gonna get
tonight's
me like
race?
that.
We had a new winner last week. Do you think we're going to get the same here at Talladega?
You know, we
Yep.
very well could. Obviously, the biggest wild card of the season is this race, and you know, I like the 67. Eric Blum was really fast last time we were here and was able to save his truck then for the very end. And I think Eric will be quick. I hope his internet connection improves a little bit here, but we've seen him blink and be able to make it to the end before. So
My goal is to
a couple of these
not
guys
stay
I
on
know
here
are
tonight.
kind of in Hurricane Ian's path, Tyler Vickery being one, so we certainly want to send our best wishes to the state of Florida and
Yeah,
everyone
ENASCAR
down south
was
down
here
there,
last
so
night, and it was,
certainly thinking of you.
A little controversial in the finish.
Yeah, hopefully he can make it through tonight with without losing power or anything. Seen some devastating
that was
videos
good.
down there
Great
so
for
far,
him.
so glad that he's
Kerr win
safe for the most
after
part
that
right now.
one.
Long
Yeah,
pace
okay.
cap here tonight, so let's go ahead and take a look at those point standings. Tyler Vickery currently leading about 18 points over Kaden McAreavy Jr. Mark Vickers currently third. Brian McKinney fourth, and Hunter Hughes running out the top 5 as you see the rest of the names on there. But this race right here could flip this point standings upside down.
That was, yeah.
We'll be using plenty of these different camera angles here tonight so you can see the different runs that the guys are getting.
Hey, DJ, I like it.
Kendall, have you ran the ARCA cars here before?
I
So
have,
far,
but not
like-
since they redid them. I know typically the ARCA cars are probably the most sensitive of the top 4 as far as contact goes, so these guys will have to tread lightly when racing really close around each other.
Yeah, just watching and listening in on practice, it seemed like they were having some 2-car tandems, and any little bumps were really upsetting the car. So hopefully they can take it easy on the bump drafting here the first, and they're in the first stage. And one thing to bring up is tonight they're going to do something a little bit different if they have a large wreck in the first stage. DJ said that he was going to throw a competition caution a little bit earlier to try and reset the field and everybody get their fast repairs as we're getting from the green here.
Yeah, I thought that was a good call. Give these guys plenty of chance to race around each other. We're getting ready to take the green flag. Of course, the start-finish line a little bit further here at the Talladega Superspeedway.
Green, green, green.
And there it is, the green flag. As we see, the inside lane really got a good jump. Hunter Hughes pushing Colton Gardner across the stripe. These guys are trying to just settle it out here and probably want their distance around almost all of these cars, and we're going to see very quickly which ones want to drop to the rear and which ones want to go straight towards the front and get their practice in. We see a couple of blinkers as they head towards the backstretch.
Yeah, Eric really held back in that restart there as it looks like he's being hung out in the dry in the middle there, probably due to the blinkiness as they're coming into 3 and 4. We're 3 wide already middle of 3 and 4 here. It looks like Brandon Birmingham is leading the pack on the outside line now.
As they come back across the front stretch, it's still Colton Gardner looking like he's going to be in good shape to grab a bonus point after leading lap number 1. The first side-by-side battle is Kaden McAreavy and Brandon Birmingham, and you know those blinkers have got to be upsetting some of those guys because it is so difficult to deal with that whenever you're in a pack this tight.
Yeah, definitely one of the worst tracks you can have some connection errors on. We're coming down the backstretch. Seems like that lower line is content to stay single file for now as they're just getting a feel for one another. And we've already got a spin on the backstretch as it looks like the 8 car of Brian McKinney has spun down and hit the inside wall.
Looked like he may have got some help, but some severe contact from the number 8 Valvoline Chevrolet early in this one. Hopefully he can get it down pit road and get a quick fast repair without losing a lap.
It's going to be difficult, but Talladega is such a large track, it's possible. He looks like he got rolling there pretty good.
See Brandon Birmingham jump to the outside, trying to make a move on the 3 car of Kaden McAreavy. They're going to go side by side in the third through turns 1 and 2. Up front, it's still Colton Gardner leading the way.
And out of turn 2, Brandon got a little wiggly there on the outside lane, lost a little bit of momentum as the bottom lane is 4 cars deep right now. First little pack here is. Looks like they're kind of trying to see if those last 5 cars are just holding back, or if the
Rexburg up the track.
Getting a little wiggly out there.
Watched up a little bit.
Yeah, that's it.
Coming out of 4, still Gardner out front. Hunter Hughes seems to be content just riding around in the 2nd position early in the going, and Kaden McAreavy honestly seems content to follow the top 2. Probably a smart move in the long play for this one. We'll see, but it's lap number 4. We're already on in this one. The laps are clicking off quick.
Yes, 40 laps total in this race. As we're getting a little bit of a run on the high side there, coming out of 2 by the 41 car and the 24 car here. So we got Tyler Vickery and Brandon Birmingham trying to make that outside work.
Yeah, it's definitely the best we've seen the outside line work. In fact, a lot of cars follow him up as we see Birmingham drop to the bottom and put the Jack Daniels car out front. Tyler Vickery maybe was the reason that the 41 ended up grabbing the lead there, but Birmingham leaves his partner in Vickery, and I think it's probably going to be Birmingham leading the lap as they come across the stripe. Another run from the top side. Barely Birmingham, and that's the kind of finishes that Talladega can deliver. We're now going to go 3 wide into 1.
Getting aggressive early on as Mark Vickers goes to the high side to make it 3 wide, leaving Tyler out to dry there in the middle lane. We'll see if the cars behind him follow suit up top, or if they try to help out Tyler and get back to that bonus point here.
Yeah, interesting that Hunter Hughes rode around that long without just taking the chance to just pop out and just grab 1 point and then tuck back in behind. Some people thinking big picture, some people thinking big picture within this actual race, trying to preserve the race cars. Now, as soon as I say that, here comes Hunter Hughes to the outside of Colton Gardner. He's going to try and get some help from Tyler Vickery behind him, and man, that 24 car has been able to shove whoever he wants to the lead. Still Birmingham out front into turn 1.
Tyler's doing a great job pushing, staying just far enough off the bumper to not upset the car in front of him, but just close enough to get that good push on the outside. So we're going 2 wide down the backstretch here. Looks like the 18 has a nose for a little bit as the car really blinked out there for a second. It kind of threw me off.
Everybody's by.
Looks like Birmingham is blinking now.
No, we got an incident. Hang on to it, Brandon. Man, Justin and Brandon Birmingham both did an excellent job hanging onto their cars. Very little damage sustained, and both of them should be fine to keep continuing here. Justin might not even lose the draft.
That was a great save by Brandon Birmingham down on the apron down there.
3 wide up front. Sorry to interrupt you, but my goodness.
We thought they were going to hold back. We got contact. The 18 just nicked the 24's bumper a little bit, upsetting that high line there. These guys are out for blood in this first stage. We were thinking that maybe they would hang back and just try to make it to the second stage. We got contact again between the 13 and the 18 side by side.
There's been so much action going on. I really wanted to pop into somebody's cockpit and give the audience at home a view of what some of these guys up front might be seeing right now. Let's jump in with Erik Richardson because he's got the battles right in front of him. Not a whole lot of wiggle room there. We see the 13 car riding around in 5th spot. That's what he's looking right out the cockpit.
Looks like the 24 is going to lead this lap, so he's going to get that bonus point. Our points leader Tyler Vickery leads this time around on that outside lane.
Getting some good help from the 18 car, Hunter Hughes, new paint scheme this week. Looked like Mark Vickers as well running a new paint scheme. See a big move there from Hunter Hughes, going to drop to the bottom and shove Colton Gardner. Still Mark Vickers leading the bottom, Tyler Vickery on the top.
Mark Vickers runs great at these super speedways. He's very comfortable in the draft. And they're closing in on, it looks like the 8 car of Brian McKinney to put him a lap down here. So hopefully Brian can stay in that lucky dog position there.
Yeah, and hopefully this doesn't upset the draft. We see the 8 car show great sportsmanship, just drive the Valvoline Chevrolet down to the inside line, get out of everyone's way, and finally drop to the rear and see if he can't just maintain that lucky dog spot as they head off into 1 and 2.
Tyler right now is the lone car on the high line. Everybody ducks down to the bottom as it looks like he might get some help here by Kaden McAreavy.
One thing I will say is that the blinking cars do affect the draft. You know, the 3 car might be able to shove the 24 just a little bit down the front stretch, but when he's blinking out, that 24 car is not getting any help.
Yeah, when Brandon Birmingham blinked earlier, I'm wondering if that didn't have something to do with the contact that put him down onto the apron there.
Yeah, it's really tough when you're the car behind somebody blinking like that. The best you can do is just drive your line and hope that, you know, the blinker is where you think that they're going to be.
Now, looking back at the back of the pack here, you see Eric Long is still having some blinking issues. He's fallen back out a little bit away from the lead pack for after he's starting on 2nd position. We're side by side coming down the backstretch again, but we got somebody looking on the outside there. It's the 3 car of Kaden McAreavy.
Man, really able to get a nice run almost by himself. Very impressive move, but it's going to stall out as they go through 3 and 4. Still Mark Vickers up front. Hunter Hughes right behind him, tucked in that 2nd spot. He's kind of been all race long. And Colton Gardner and Tyler Vickery trying to get that outside line going again.
24 is right on his bumper, trying to push Colton to the lead. Looks like he's going to have the nose going into 1 and 2 here. Mark Vickers is holding strong down on the bottom with that 18 of Hunter Hughes there.
Very tight pack. Guys have done a nice job thus far. I think Eric Blum and Justin Neves might be just hanging out trying to conserve the car and see how everyone's racing and just maintain the pack right now. Man, that 24 car is as close as you can get and go on board with him.
Just inches off the bumper of Colton Gardner. He's getting a really, really good push here.
Yeah, Tyler Vickery is probably going to be having dreams about the French abroad, Fire and Rescue Squad. The logo on the back end there of Colton Gardner's car. See the outside line get a nice push down the back stretch. That's what you want to do. You want to get as close as you can to that back bumper without actually touching it. Now looking out the back end right now of Colton Gardner.
They are close. I hope Tyler's keeping an eye on that water gauge. Make sure he's not getting too hot, pushing these guys around for what seems like 6 or 7 laps in a row here.
Still 2x2x2. Top 6 guys side by side. With the 2 league admins, Erik Richardson and DJ Fluck, not too far behind. As man, the 72 drift up the track a little bit. Everybody able to keep it off of one another. Already got 13 laps down. This race is flying by.
All right, Brian, I'm gonna use you to catch up.
Yeah, so far, so good. Looks like DJ and Erik are finally tag teaming up there. As well, I thought they were going to both run the high line together. Now DJ ducks down to the bottom. Looks like they're content just kind of staying just up off this back in case something happens. They'll be in good position.
Been an impressive run though from Mark Vickers. He took that green car straight to the front. Once he was able to get the lead, no one's been able to get by him. Oh, you see him drift up a little bit.
72 of Justin Wetchberg caught the apron down there, got a little loose. That could have been a little bad there.
Seems like everyone kind of knows the competition yellow is going to be coming soon. It's kind of settled down slightly.
These 6 cars right here have been neck and neck for several laps here. As, like you said, Mark Vickers is doing an excellent job of hanging that thing to the bottom, and Hunter's pushing him just in front of Colton Gardner and the 24 car.
I mean, it seems like the 2 best cars as far as pushing are the top 2 pushers right now, both Hunter Hughes and Tyler Vickery. We've seen both of those cars be able to get behind somebody and shove them all the way to the front as Vickery's thinking about making a move on Gardner, doesn't quite get to the outside. Get the advantage back to the inside line at Mark Vickers.
Saw the 18 give a little bit of a push and bump to our leader Mark Vickers there in the tri-oval. He is right on his bumper going into 3 and 4. That is very close.
Going to be crossing the line and completing lap number 16 this time by. The advantage right now, the outside line. Pole sitter Colton Gardner likely going to lead this lap with help from Tyler Vickery. We'll see if he chooses to pull down, and he does. And Vickery's going to do it as well. That's going to leave Erik Richardson leading the outside line with help from Kaden McAreavy.
Yeah, Mark Vickers got off his line just a little bit, and Hunter Hughes actually looked like he was going to make a move on the inside and decided to hold back and continue to push, and that kind of really slowed that low line down just enough to get the outside rolling.
So if you're in a championship hunt like Tyler Vickery is right now, are you just content coming out of here with a 3rd place or a 4th place, just car in one piece, or are you going to, no matter what, be going for the win?
Well, I'll tell you what, I would be happy just coming out of here in one piece with a top 5 finish, but if I'm sitting in the position he's sitting in right now with 1 lap to go, I'm smiling from ear to ear.
I think you're right.
Win, baby.
Yep. You gotta go for it. As we see Erik Richardson taking the outside line now with help from the Iowa Hawkeye Chevrolet. Be good to see Erik get up here and get a lap led as now Caden bails on him. He goes down to the bottom line. It's going to leave Hunter Hughes to the top. Now Mark Vickers going to pull out up there.
It might actually work out for Erik as we saw earlier. Hunter's a great pusher if he stays with him, but he's going to go around the outside here and make it 3 wide going into 3 and 4s. We got a car up a little bit. You guys are getting tight.
They did a good job keeping off of each other right there. That's when things get a little bit tight behind the cockpit when you're behind the wheel of, say, the 13 car right now, sandwiched in the middle at 185 miles per hour in the corner.
Definitely a pucker moment there as Mark Vickers is hanging on that side draft right there. That was impressive.
And now we see Kaden McAreavy Jr. jump to the outside, trying to make that top line work. Doesn't have any help. Now Hunter Hughes decides he's going to go with him. It might be a little bit too late on that particular move as we see him now drop behind the 84 car, Mark Vickers once again.
Like Justin Wetchberg wanted to make a move to the outside and get pushed, and he's going to as he goes to the outside. He's going to have Mark Vickers right behind him in that outside lead.
Be good to see the 72 car up front. Of course, Justin been a long-time member of the league. Colton Gardner out front, trying to come back in this championship hunt. Boy, finishing there would do a lot for him. This F1 style point system.
Next time by.
Coming to the halfway point next time by. You heard the announcement from league admin DJ Fluck. I was actually on the phone with him today talking about some administrative stuff, and I was telling him he needs to get up there, get aggressive. So I hope in the second half of this race we see that 88 car jump up in there and get into the mix, because Any one of these cars can win this race, that's for sure.
Anything can happen at Degas. We're going 3 wide to the competition caution here. Looks like these guys want to be in good position to start up front on the second half of the race, as I believe the 18 car just nicked the wall.
Well, if there's ever a time to nick the wall, it's coming to the competition yellow. They'll be able to get a faster pair, get that car all fixed up. It's going to be Colton Gardner at the line. Tyler Vickery second. Erik Richardson finishing that stage there in third.
Excellent job by Erik there, sneaking into the podium position for the first half.
Really a good job by all these guys. I mean, and I think McKinney will get the lucky dog, so it'll leave every single car on the lead lap when we go racing here again, which is great. You see a couple guys were getting ready to go a lap down, but they didn't quite catch him.
And I'm happy to see every single car here in the second stage be on the lead lap. This is going to be a good battle for this win here.
Good work, everyone.
You know, the viewers at home, do you think you're going to see them come down pit road here, Kendall? Is there any reason for them to come down pit road? Do they need fuel? Do they need tires at a track like this?
I don't think they need fuel and tires.
You're making me work for it. I'm not even going to get more.
They're going to be probably sitting at 98, 99% tires, but with a race with, you know, just 12 cars still with a shot for it, I think I'm going to come down and just throw fresh tires on it for the heck of it. I mean, even if you have just 1% extra grip, I don't think you're going to lose enough. I think most of these guys will come down pit road.
Pace car entering 3, just check up. Fair warning, check up. I don't want to get hit, please.
As we are almost up to the pace car now,
Pace car in 3.
A little sketchy moment there.
And we will we'll pull Tyler Vickery into the booth for an interview once they complete their pit road service, just to ask him how the racing out there feels, which is great to see him still out there. Knock on wood. He is, I believe, down there near New Smyrna Speedway in Florida, so right in that hurricane path.
Let's see what they're going to do here, if anybody's going to come down pit road, coming up to the commitment. Making the move down here, and looks like everybody but Tyler Vickery is going to come down pit road, and maybe DJ Fluck is staying out there.
Yeah, so Tyler will stay out, get a lap led. DJ will have great starting position for the second half of this race. We should see the rest of the field catch up after, man, what a save by Brandon Birmingham. I mean, we saw him in the 72, I believe, get together.
Yeah, I would definitely throw in the fast repair for him.
Oh, we got an accident on pit road.
Man.
They do so good at 185, and we see an accident at 45. Fortunately, it's not going to matter. I think that was maybe the 18 into the 3 there getting together, but it's not going to matter. They've got fast repairs, and B, that was at such little miles per hour. I don't think any damage was really done, but it's a funny moment.
Looks like the 3 car is still trying to get in his pit stall right now. He's having some difficulties. There we go.
With the too far left, too far right.
Yeah.
You know. Well, let's see if we can jump down there with Tyler.
All right.
And down here with Tyler Vickery. Tyler, tell us about the first half of this one.
Very chaotic, to say the least. There was a few times I wanted to get at least my 1 bonus point for leading a lap. I was hoping I could at least get a few more, but oh my goodness, you couldn't stay up front at all. It was very difficult to try to stay up front, and I think I had no friends at all. Everyone knows I think it's well known that I have a target on my back because no one wanted to help me whatsoever. I pretty much became a pusher at that point.
Yeah, Tyler was gracious enough to turn on his camera so we could give him a shot, but we're kind of figuring out without the ability to pull him in and out, we don't want to jump in there and distract you while you're pushing somebody 1 foot away from somebody, because he can hear us if we jump in there. But man, I think you and the 18 car both have been the best pushers tonight. Can you use the ability, shove somebody out to the lead and then make the move on them coming to the checkered?
Yeah, it's it's going to be very cautious though. Like especially coming to the when we were coming to the end of the halfway point when we get to our competition caution. I was pushing hard, trying to stay ahead to try to get ahead of Mark and the others, and it just did not work out. So it's like I already know I'm kind of out of the running on trying to get the lead laps. I mean, depending on how this second half goes, but I mean, I'm taking a chance on not pinning for fuel. I have literally been shutting off the car full clutch, just hoping I can save enough, knowing I'm going to be taking up and using a lot of fuel. So,
how many laps do you have left?
It's pushing it like right
Right,
now.
restart zone is enabled.
Right now, we're probably, if I can get this to
41, you think we're supposed to be at?
We're at, I think I'm at 23, 24.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
am.
you
For
should
some
be good.
reason I am in third.
Hopefully
Yeah,
no
I'm
green, white
seeing-
checkers, but I didn't realize we're already to 1 to go.
I'm
Yeah.
just as
I don't
confused
want to
as you are.
distract you, Tyler,
29.
so.
No, it's all good. I'm sitting
Why did
at
that
like
little spin just
29
happen? What
laps,
happened?
but I know how iRacing is, so I'd say probably
Yeah,
like
sorry, I have no
right
idea.
around- When I crossed the line,
That
when we
was
hit
the British
caution,
thing.
I was sitting at 22 green flag laps.
Yeah, get behind somebody and just 3/4 throttle it. Save you for maybe 5 laps. You should be good to go to the end. Hey, points leader Tyler Vickery taking some time out. Appreciate him having the camera on. Pretty cool deal. So we get to some more tracks where it's not quite as tense and we have this ability. We'll definitely go live with
It
him.
says I'm supposed to be behind the
All right, good luck the
41
rest of the way,
inside
Tyler. We'll be
line.
watching you.
Definitely, it'll be a lot of fun this last half.
I'm supposed to be behind
All
that
right, good luck, Tyler.
88, outside line, but I'm behind the 41.
Pretty
41
cool
he's
that he
supposed
was
to be
able to turn the camera on like that. I think only maybe 1 or 2 other times in a broadcast I've been able to
24.
successfully do that. But we
Yeah,
would
he's
love
in
to
front
have
of
the
me.
live
Shut
chat,
down in front of me.
the live shot of him.
Yeah,
When
you
he's in
need
the
to be
middle
on
of
the
traffic
inside
and whatnot. But my goodness, once
Oh,
we
yeah,
found out
I got
that
it, I got
he
it.
could hear everything we're saying if we jump in the room, we definitely don't want that, because that would be distracting.
So it looked like we had a little bit of drama on the pace lap there as some contact happened between the 82 car and I want to say it was the 40 car. I heard the collision and I see some damage on the side of the 82. I don't know what happened. I tried to turn on the chat and see, figure out what happened, but it was almost an iRacing glitch. It sounded like something happened, but we'll see if that affects these cars in the draft. As you can see, the side of the 82 there.
Green.
Well, we're going green, so the Trojan Magna machine a little bit wide there. Maybe should have opted for the regular Trojans. Maybe we would have avoided that the incident there. 3 wide already for second as Mark Vickers shoots the gap up the middle with help from the Trojan Magna machine. Mark Vickers picking up right where he left off in the first half of this one.
DJ Fluck took a chance on not pitting, started second, got kind of a little bit of a slow jump there and allowed Mark to get up there. But DJ is leading that outside line. We're curious to see if he can get up there and lead a lap in this race. He can get some help from behind.
I'd like to see it as we see Hunter Hughes. Oh, they're almost 4 wide and 3 and 4. A little bit of contact with Hunter Hughes in the 18, DJ Fluck in the 88. Both able to save it, and now a hard crash.
Oh, big
man.
red flags cars.
I wonder if they're going to throw the yellow for that one as 3 cars are taken out with hard impact.
How many do we lose there?
Got Colton Gardner. Oh, and now Mark Vickers is up in the wall. Big wreck again. Lots of action to start this second stint, as that's going to leave Tyler Vickery, Erik Richardson, and Hunter Hughes battling for the top 3 spots. We've got a little bit less of a pack in the front.
Yeah, I know they're right now debating on whether to throw the yellow or not. That's a tough break because these guys did such a good job throughout the first half of that one. We now see Erik Richardson and Hunter Hughes side by side for the lead.
I know what we would love to see.
Go.
We'd love to see him throw the caution and get everybody bunched back up, but we'll see what happens as Erik Richardson is out in front of the bottom lane. It looks like he's going to lead a lap here as the 18 car gets left out to dry there in the middle.
Oh, that was really close right there between Hunter Hughes and Tyler Vickery. I know Vickery's probably like, man, I want my space right now. Still Erik Richardson out front, though. You've got to love seeing those admins having a great run here tonight.
Yeah, some of these guys up front got a little bit of an aggression going on right here as 18 kind of peaks down low. He's content riding on that outside by himself right now on the side giraffe. So they're coming into 3 and 4 now. Erik Richardson's still in the lead.
Interesting how these super speedway races work. You see that massive crash take out a lot of the front runners, including pole sitter Colton Gardner was fast all race long. And now we see Brian McKinney keeping up. He's running 7th right now in a perfect position to just snatch up a victory. And he was a lap down early.
Looks like we're going to have a single file battle here going into 1 and 2. Everybody's just going to ride along for a little bit. We're on lap 27. Only 13, 14 more laps to go here. Get my math right in a minute.
Yeah, this is definitely the most laps that we've seen Erik Richardson lead in the Wednesday night dash. I think he's going for his 4th lap in a row. It's great to see, and he's got all kinds of help from right behind him in Tyler Vickery, our points leader. Hunter Hughes got sandwiched right behind him as well.
Another guy having one of his best runs is DJ Fluck. We mentioned it earlier. Who's got a restart in 2nd there. He's still hanging with this lead pack back there in 5th place.
Who's going to be where, and where's the last move going to be made, and will there be contact? Are the 3 questions that are going to be here in the next 13 laps. Hopefully we'll keep this big old pack till the end of this race. It's going to be more exciting for us. You see DJ make a big move. He's caught back up to the rear end of Kaden McAreavy Jr.
But you asked him if he's going to be aggressive, and coming up to the finish here, if he can be in a good spot here in 4th and 5th place, we'd love to see him try and pull out a victory or top 3 finish at least. As it looks like Hunter Hughes really wants to go to the outside and get some help, but no riders behind him, as he's just going to have to keep ducking down low to stay with the draft.
Top 5 still staying the same right now. Erik Richardson loving what he's seeing because he's got a clean windshield right now, and the laps keep ticking off. We see him drift up the track a little bit, but Vickery's committed to the back end of that 13 car.
When you're running super speedways and you're the pusher, how frustrating is it sometimes when the car in front of you starts drifting or bouncing around a little bit?
Well, you know,
eventually, right on this bumper.
You know, as the pusher, you can follow him up there, but, you know, you start thinking in your head, all these thoughts happen in milliseconds. Man, if I duck below him, is he going to cut across my nose, and is that going to wreck us? But if I follow him up high, is 3rd place going to go underneath me, and am I going to wreck myself? And all those thoughts happen in milliseconds within your head, and it's hard to explain what this type of race it really does to you, but it's intense for sure.
You cannot take a break, have a lapse in concentration in super speedway.
And all it takes is one person to have that lapse, and you've got 12 cars all caught up in the same mess.
Yeah, so far
yeah,
so good.
Didn't have a great view of what happened with the big wreck earlier, but I hope that, you know, a connection error or something along those lines wasn't a cause. Maybe it was just a mental lapse, but
very easy to do in these things. I think it was one of those accordion effects where maybe somebody had to lift early because it was the majority of the tail end of the pack that was involved, and you know, sometimes that can happen.
yeah.
Up to 10 laps to go this time by. Still Erik Richardson out front. Tyler Vickery in 2nd, Kaden McAreavy in 3rd. Hunter Hughes in 4th. See McAreavy go way up the racetrack. Not sure if that was intentional to try and make a pass or not.
Almost looked like he got a little loose there. Kind of jerked the wheel back to the left. Erik Richardson and Tyler Vickery, I'm sure, are very content with where they're at right now, running that bottom line 1 and 2. Tyler's probably exactly where he wants to be. This is where I would want to be coming to less than 10 laps to go. I want to sit right there in 2nd place and be able to make a last chance move on that last lap. Just hope and pray that the cars behind you stay single foot, single file.
Or follow you, give you the help
Or
you
follow
need. You guys are really, really close. I mean, I can't tell you how unstable these ARCA cars are on these Super Speedway races, and they are pushing the bumpers to the limit of what they can do without wrecking. It's impressive stuff with the Wednesday night dash guys tonight.
I'm sure we're going to see some bumpers to bumper here with about 5 laps to go, as everybody's going to pick up the aggression level just a little bit, be able to see who can hang on to these little bit unstable cars when we start on the track.
Yeah, this is, people always ask me, you know, what iRacing's like, and guys that, you know, have played NASCAR Thunder growing up as a kid. Always curious about iRacing, but never, you know, wanting to make the full-fledged plunge into a $1,000 sim setup. And, you know, they're asking how it compares to those EA Sports games that we're playing. I feel like Superspeedway racing is the one type of racing that really does translate quite a bit.
Yes, it does. As 18 kind of stepped up there and kicked Kaden out of the line there. He's going to lose a ton of momentum. He's going to have to duck down behind DJ.
At least the way these ARCA cars used to be, they used to get monstrous runs, and as long as you were 7/10 of a second behind the car, you'd get sucked right back up.
Yeah, DJ's been kind of playing it conservative, bouncing out of the draft line a little bit. Looks like he's just close enough to maintain it. And if he's close enough to maintain it, Kaden should be good too.
Yep. The top 3 are sandwiched together like an Oreo cookie. I mean, can't get much tighter than that. I wonder if any of these guys are running hot, to be honest.
It's very well possible. But now I want an Oreo cookie.
Oh, Erik Richardson. Great run for the admin. Vickery and Hughes, probably the best 2 pushers throughout this one. They deserve to be running where they're at right now, and DJ Fluck doing a fantastic job running 4th in the Jepson's Malore machine.
So it is all Erik Richardson right now coming to the line. We have 5 laps to go.
Yeah, 6 to go.
6 to go, yep. 6 to go. As DJ is now closing in on the bumper of Hunter Hughes.
He's trying to practice and figure out where he can get that big run for the end of this thing. And unfortunately, the 82 car, Justin Neves, has lost the draft.
Brandon Birmingham is off pace as well, as Justin's lost it completely recently. Brian McKinney's actually closing in on Kaden McAreavy back there. I think the 2 of them could get hooked up.
Yep, I think they could get back up there before the end of this thing. See DJ pull to the outside.
Yeah, if they could get hooked up. The 2-car tandems were running pretty well together in practice.
Here they come. Just
and they're already
about it. Yeah. That's the one thing he doesn't need to have happen, is that blinking situations. We see now Kaden McAreavy going to go help the 88 car DJ Fluck. Fluck's now pushing Hunter Hughes towards the front end.
Yeah, Hunter Hughes has wanted to get to the front for about 15 laps now, it seems. He's snuck out to the top line every chance he can get. He hasn't had any help yet, but he's got help now in the 88 of DJ Fluck.
Now it's going to be a competition of who can stay closer to the back end of the bumper of the car in front of them for which lane's going to move, with 3 on the bottom and 3 on the top. It's still Erik Richardson on the bottom, and it's Hunter Hughes leading the top lane. As they come across the line, it's going to be 4 laps to go.
Setting up for another exciting finish like we talked about 3 weeks in a row here on the Wednesday Night Dash. As 8-car Brian McKinney down low, Hunter Hughes right on the outside of him. We're going too wide here.
Brian McKinney, an impressive comeback. He had that Danica Patrick-like head-on impact in the inside wall early, able to get the lucky dog, and here he is in the top 3 in the closing stages of this one.
Yes, thank God for the fast repair, he is saying right now.
As now we see a chance. Vickery still staying patient back there in the 24 car. He definitely could have tried to push the issue there.
Yeah, Erik Richardson giving him a lot of room drifting up there off the bottom line, I mean.
3 laps to go as they come across the line. Erik Richardson is our leader, side by side for second between Hunter Hughes, Tyler Vickery, Kaden McAreavy making a move to the top.
Big move. He was able to get around the 88 and slice and dice his way right between him and the 18 car.
unfortunately, that killed all the momentum for that top lane, as now we see an incident hard into the wall. Hunter Hughes and Brian McKinney are both taken out in that one.
Brian McKinney drifted up and caught the left front bumper and sent them both into the wall. So we're going to have a 4-car breakaway for the lead here if DJ Fluck can maintain this this draft here as he's drifted back a little bit.
Still Erik Richardson out front. Tyler Vickery seeing all these players get eliminated one car by one car as we come to 2 to go. He's got to like seeing that for his points chase. And DJ, I think, might be a little bit out of range to make a move, unfortunately. I think this race is going to come down to those 3 unless there's contact.
Man, if I'm the 3 car, I'm almost considering drifting back just a little bit and asking the 88 to push as hard as he can. It's going to be really hard for the 3 Kaden McAreavy to make a move and get by both of these cars with no help from behind.
And you can see in the camera angle, there's some lap cars side by side in front of this battle. I don't know if they're going to get to them or not. I surely hope they don't. I hope they don't affect the end of this one.
Hope so. Hope not as well. Tyler's still content pushing that 13 car. As it looks like DJ Fluck has caught the 3 car.
Yeah, he's going to have a shot at it.
We're going to have a huge run.
4. Last lap here in Talladega. Erik Richardson has led almost the entire second half of this one as we now see Kaden McAreavy jump to the outside. It's Vickers glued to the rear end of Erik Richardson.
Now's the time to make a move for the 88 to get to the outside and push that 3 car to the front.
Through 3 and 4 for the final time. You see DJ Fluck trying to throw that 88 car in there. They're side by side for 3rd. Where will Tyler Vickery make the move? Coming through the triangle, he's going to look to the outside.
He's going to open up a run for the guys behind.
And coming to the line, Vickery up top. They touch. No, Erik Richardson, I think, got the win.
Erik pulled it off.
Whoa.
By 0.003 seconds.
My goodness. The Wednesday night Dash Series and these ARCA cars does not disappoint. Erik Richardson, I think, is going to pick up his first career win. Tyler Vickery loses by an inch, and DJ was right there.
I know. I thought
DJ with a 3rd place finish. That might be his best finish in the Wednesday night Dash as well.
I tried.
But congratulations to Erik Richardson. What a finish.
The last second. I think I
definitely the closest finish we've had in the Wednesday night Dash.
For sure. Yeah, I'm going to go back and see if we can't pull a replay here and just show y'all at home how close this really was.
Wow.
Good race, Erik.
We saw the early incidents take out kind of the back half, but this front half did a fantastic job. All the way to the checkers.
Yes, they did. Watching the replay there, it looks like the 13 got just a little bit of a side draft and a bump on the 24, just enough to upset him and
awesome race, by the way.
nose him by an inch, as you said. What a finish.
Erik,
you know Erik Richardson's got to be pumped.
Yeah, because they're, I'm looking at this in super slow motion, and 10, 20 feet from the line, this is Tyler Vickery's race, and DJ's the fastest car of these 3 at this time, so as they're coming to the line, here it was. Wow. I mean, that was almost as close as it gets.
What a finish there.
Pause it right at the line. And hopefully Erik gets the gist to jump in here. He had his own podcast on the front end of the hood, the Garage Talk. What a way to get the first victory.
Yeah, that was fantastic. And watched him burn it down a little bit. Did some grass mowing down there celebrating the victory. And he has joined us here in the booth. Erik Richardson, congratulations, man. What a finish. That was close.
Uh-oh. Erik, can you hear us?
We'll let Erik fix his mic here, and hopefully he can join us for a little combo. But
yeah,
there it is.
I unfortunately missed the burnout, so I'm going to let them play through here while we were replaying the end of that race. So, oh, we got Erik.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
had
Chad.
to
You had a
give it
good
up.
question.
Oh yeah, man, Eric, how's your heart rate right now?
Overall, actually not too bad, all things considered.
Man,
Well, it was.
You guys
It was
put on a heck of a show, and me and Chad were just saying, I mean, we've seen all kinds of good races this season in the Wednesday night dash, and this is probably the closest finish in the history. I mean, 3 1,000ths of a second.
You know, I didn't even think I had it. I thought Tyler got me at the line there, because I saw the nose in front.
He had you pretty much the whole trioval, and that little side draft bump that you guys made there. That was a good move, as you were able to nose just in front, right at the line.
Yeah, it's a shame we had a couple crashes going there into the competition caution with what, all 7 of us just right there. That was fun.
Yeah, well, you did a phenomenal job, especially in the second half of that race. I mean, just held it right there on the bottom, and it seemed like, you know, the 24 and maybe the 18 as well were the best 2 pushers all race long. And man, what a way to get your first win that I've seen. I know maybe in season 1 in the Indy cars you had some wins, but it's the first win that I think has been broadcasted anyway. So big congrats from us up here in the booth.
Yeah, thank you.
Go back and watch lap 24.
Well, before we let you get on out of here, I know you've got your own podcast on the front end of that thing this week. Car looked really good as far as the paint scheme, and who else you got to thank?
When he was lab, do apologize
You know,
for that, but
DJ and
racing's
just everybody that's helped put this on, and all the drivers that have come in to join us and make this what it is. We were just talking the other day, DJ and I, where we've come in a year, where we started messing around and just racing head to head, and now here we are. So just thank you to everyone, and you guys too. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You're certainly putting on a good show for fans out there. I mean, this is 3 finishes in a row now where we've had, what, a last lap battle or a last lap pass for the win. So just huge congrats on everything you guys have put together. You've come a long way, like you said, in a year. So big congrats.
Yeah, thank you. And big thanks to Tyler there.
Yeah, so you guys are getting ready to head to Concord. What do you think about Concord?
You know, I've run a little bit. It's going to be a wild track. Reminds me a lot of Phoenix.
Well, that's the thoughts of tonight's winner, Erik Richardson, able to dominate the second half of this one and win it by, what, maybe 4 inches to the line?
It was close.
Either way, what a race the Wednesday Night Dash delivers once again. We're going to roll the end credits. We'll see you next Wednesday from the Concord Speedway. Should be an exciting short track battle.
Whoa, this smokes.